Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna was telling us to be an instrument in the hand of God, to surrender the ego, to become aware of our ego and surrender our ego. How he himself used to feel about the knowledge and ego, he has mentioned in that last paragraph. We will be entering into the next chapter, third chapter after this. He ends with what is this knowledge, and what is ego. Here he clearly means God alone is the doer and none else. None else includes all other jivas, including the Nitya Siddhas and eternally free and other realized souls, Praktilina Purushas, various types of jivas and power holders in the world. We worship so many deities which are responsible for our life. For example, air we worship, without which life cannot exist. Water we worship, the power with which water exists in this universe and makes itself available to us, and our consumption keeps the life alive. So, to keep me alive, a power is working of the nature as water, a power is working as air, and to feel and make that power favorable to us in a larger way, bringing to our consciousness, because nothing happens if you don't worship the powers which are making me alive. But if we worship, we'll be in tune with the entire nature. To be one with the nature is expansion possible. If we don't worship any of the deities like Vayu or Agni, nothing happens. My life continues like all other animals, and there won't be evolution possible, because these are the powers of nature, Prakriti, that is keeping me alive. And when I worship them, I become in tune with. My worship of air or water is not important. In and through that, my becoming one with the nature, entire nature, so that my mind expands to the cosmic level. What is expansion, you see? My heart expands to embrace all beings. My divinity blooms up and spreads through the entire nature. I feel oneness with the cosmic person. I have become one with the cosmic consciousness, Vishwa Chaitanya. I feel absolute freedom in this nature. Nothing can bind me. Nothing can give me suffering. Nothing can make me let the body be rotting. Still I will be in bliss. So, to become independent of the small body-mind case, identifying with this, holding on to a small family and a few property in this world, how mean it is. And you cannot avoid this. Where to go? Where to leave this body or anything? I have to live. I need all this. But then, why should you stop expansion? Why should you stop freedom? Why should you stop from experiencing the bliss eternal? You want to momentary pleasures of this world and lot of suffering and bondage. How the old age and last end of this life you see in ignorance and darkness. All what you have accumulated, be it progeny or the wealth or the name and fame or power, all will go away. In old age nothing remains, even memory fails. So as a worm in this world you came, claiming false glory, and then as a worm you are going back. Instead, you can transcend the nature and go beyond. Give up that identification with that body, that petty body which was roaming about in this world, and from body to body it was. Give up that identity by worshipping all this. So, why we worship water, earth, plants and trees, river, whatever you see in the nature, we worship. In Hinduism, it's a special feature by which we expand and become one with the entire universe, with all beings, with all aspects of human existence. A true Hindu finds himself one with all religion, all aspects of spiritual existence, all aspects of God. He sees the world being one with him, he being with the one. Not small, I become a puny creature in this world holding on to a few things I am spending in life. No. Expansion, expansion. So, Sri Ramakrishna is knowledge. How does that knowledge come to us? That God is the only doer and none else. So many powers are there. We worship, we love, but they cannot do anything independently. Behind that, there is a power. Just like my bodily existence cannot do anything. I write, I think I write, but there must be consciousness behind. If I am unconscious, I cannot write. If I am unconscious, my mind cannot think. My intellect cannot design. I am a software designer. If I am unconscious, can I design a software? No. I will lose. The consciousness is making me, I am conscious of everything. I am conscious of how the circuit works, and I design. I am conscious. Consciousness must be there behind. Like that, for all these powers in the nature to work, to make us, keep us alive, there is a power behind. There is a consciousness, universal consciousness behind, which makes the air move, which makes the air sustain life in a jiva. All this is so nicely planned, so nicely designed. The more you see a human structure, the life existing in it, all activities and all systems working in it, everything is a wonder. What a creator, what a intelligence might be there behind this universe. Small intelligence of man makes us wonder. So look at the intelligence, cosmic intelligence, which stands silently behind this universe and makes all this. So then you will know all this is happening because tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. All these are working because that universal consciousness is behind. If it is not there, nothing exists. No universe, no jivas, no movements, no actions, no matter. Everything dissolves. So, this is the actual existence He is the actual thing which is making the whole universe work. All jivas to do their own activities, that huge power is behind. God, God alone is the doer and nobody is doer. So Sri Ramakrishna used to tell about a song also, he used to sing. সকলই তোমার ইচ্ছা ইচ্ছাময়ী তারা তুমি তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা লোকে বলে করে আমি. You are doing your activities and man thinks I am the doer. আমি যন্ত্র তুমি যন্ত্রী আমি ঘর তুমি ঘরণী আমি রথ তুমি রথী যেমন চালাও তেমনি চলি. The same words he is using here, the same meaning it is giving. God alone is doer and none else. সকলই তোমার ইচ্ছাময় তারা তুমি তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা. You are doing everything. লোকে বলে করি আমি. People are telling, I am the doer. I will do this. I have done this. I have done that. She is the doer and man is claiming, I have done. Can he do if that power is not there behind him? No, he can't do. Similarly, I am not the doer. I am mere instrument in the hand. How beautifully he deduces it, you see. What is ego? Ego is what claims somebody else doing as my doing. That's all the ego. I am mere instrument in his hand. Therefore I say, O mother, thou art the operator, I am the machine. Ami jontro, tumi jontri. I am the machine, you are the operator. Thou art the indweller, I am the house. Ami ghor, tumi ghoroni. Thou art the driver, and I am the carriage. Ami rotho, tumi rothi. I move as thou wilt make me move. যেমন চালাও তেমনি চলি. I do as thou makest me do. I speak as thou'st make me speak. Not I, but thou, but thou. This surrender, this total giving oneself unconditionally forever to God, knowing that He alone is the doer, He alone is real, He is alone eternal. All years are passing so, just moving. Whole universe is a constantly changing flux. Our body, we took birth, came into this world. Every moment it is changing. From childhood, how we are moving towards the old age. From cradle, how we are entering into the grave. From womb, how we are moving towards the tomb. So this journey is just a passing event in the long history of this world. There won't be even a trace of our existence after a few 100 years. Some people may remember some great people for a few days, that will be forgotten in no time. They don't find necessity or reality in that. Oh, bygone days, gone forever. So, the whole thing is to know God is the doer. And I have come into this world, and nature has provided me this vehicle of this body and mind complex, just to transcend the nature and go beyond. How long to wander in this world? How long to wander from one body to another body? Restlessly run. When to transcend all this and enter the eternal, unchanging, bliss ocean, love, love, absolute peace, the ocean of love, bliss, peace, and total freedom from nature. So this is what main thing in our life. After coming to the feet of Sri Ramakrishna, we have to at least know who am I in this body, where from I came, where am I going to. This much realization. And it is within the reach of every human, whatever be his past, whatever be his present, whatever be he planning for the future, irrespective of all that, he has the entire capacity. If he wants, only thing he has to do is his sankalpa. I have to reach the divine, and the rest will be taken care. The strength you need, the energy you need, once you fix the goal, God and nature will be pushing you forward and propelling you forward. So we have nothing much to worry, but we are not able to fix that goal and hold on to it at all times, in and through all the activities of life. Yes, these are incidental. I have nothing to gain or lose in and through this. My only goal of my life is to attain God. And I am sacrificing all this, and I have become a totally Lord's property. I don't have a right over myself to that extent, as if the nature is making me attend to all this consciously. I must feel the nature driving me, making me act in this world and strive for the transcending and going beyond. So this is the main teaching of Sri Ramakrishna. Having taken human birth, realize God. This is the only purpose of human life. All others are secondary. So we have to fulfill this one desire. Visit to Vidyasagar, Chapter 3. August 15th, 1882. Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was born in the village of Bir Singh, not far from Kamarpukur, Sri Ramakrishna's birthplace. He was known as a great scholar, educator, writer, and philanthropist. One of the creators of modern Bengali, he was also well versed in Sanskrit grammar and poetry. His generosity made his name a household word with his countrymen, most of his income being given in charity to widows, orphans, indigent students, and other needy people. Nor was his compassion limited to human beings. He stopped drinking milk for years so that cows should not be deprived of it, and he would not drive in a carriage for fear of causing discomfort to horses. He was a man of indomitable spirit, which he showed when he gave up the lucrative position of principal of Sanskrit College of Calcutta because of a disagreement with the authorities. His affection for his mother was especially deep. One day, in the absence of a ferry boat, he swam a raging river at the risk of his life to fulfill her wish that he should be present at his brother's wedding. His whole life was one of utter simplicity. The title Vidyasagar, meaning ocean of learning, was given to him in recognition of his vast erudition. So, certain qualities which make a person or his personality to be observed by the divine, the gods kataksha to fall on a person. What qualities should we possess, and by which we attract the vision of God towards us. God is all pervading. God's presence is everywhere. God is seeing everything. God is acting in and through this nature at a very level. But still, a special attention falls. Just like government is looking after the entire world. But if a person commits a crime, how it attracts the attention of the whole country, you see. Like that, so many people are there. He was living till now, nobody cared for his existence. Everything was going according to the law. He was growing, that person was going to school, all facilities, government was looking after and giving free education, this, that, everything was going on. But he was not noticed. He was going through the law of the nature, law of the country, law of the government. So he was passing through all that, utilizing all the powers, every vision as a part of government. Whatever a student must get, the participation of government in his life was going on. But the moment he does something great or something which is worst, immediately the government's special attention falls on him, capture him, praise him, give him prizes, or put him in the jail. So this special attention goes only when he deviates from the normal course. We are all living in our own way. We are not deprived of anything, nor we have deprived anybody of anything. We are all collectively moving with our lives. Everything is going on well. But to draw the attention of the entire world, you must do something which in the world it attracts you. Similarly, what attracts the special attention of God? That God should grace, nature should grace, nature should feel happy, God should feel happy about your existence in this world. One thing is compassion for others. Do you feel oneness with all beings in this world? Because God is present in every heart. He is there in your heart, my heart, an ant's heart and a bird's heart. Everywhere, in every heart, the heart of heart is He. His existence as Antaryamin is there in everyone. When you feel for these people, especially the sufferings, and you expand yourself, you feel when our consciousness is, we wake up, we become conscious, we attend to our duties, our small earnings, make some arrangement for my food, enjoyments, and sleep. Again wake up with the same consciousness. My consciousness has not expanded. Life, as a student, I have to get up with my studentship. I have to go to the school, I have to earn, mother will give food. This much only. I never looked at the world. What does it need from me? What is my relationship with this world? What can I do for it? Never that thought came. I grew up, I joined a job. Then also no. My life, my little enjoyments, my little earnings. how to expand my earnings for myself, how to enjoy more with my earnings. This was whole thing. When this getting up, sleeping consciousness of limited life expands, then you start seeing around what is happening. Oh, so many people are enjoying, so many people are suffering. Tears is flowing, blood is flowing, the smiles and gleams and laughter is going on one side. So when your consciousness expands, you look at the other humans. Still, if it expands, you will try to enter into the nature, secrets of life. Why does life come into this universe? What makes? There must be some cause behind every effect. I am here, there must be a cause behind. I am born to a particular parents. I have been brought into this world. There must be some cause. All these secrets of nature, the significance of life, and slowly we try to understand what is this nature around in which I am there. Not only to exploit the resources and make my living, but to understand this nature, to understand myself, to understand the principles governing my life. So, how the consciousness expands. Each level, there is a great sacrifice. When you see millions of people suffering, can you get sleep at night? How much you will be toiling, how much you will be praying, how much you will be struggling. What can I do for this world? What can I do for these people? Never the argument comes from within. Each one has to work out his own karma, let them work out. Never comes. Because that heart now has lost the brain which used to calculate, reason out. Now it feels compassion and love. It wants to run and serve the suffering. What cause it doesn't want to see. There is a person suffering. I am alive and I am free from suffering. To the extent I don't have that much suffering which he is having. Even if I am to suffer, I am ready if I can remove his suffering. So this kind of understanding, this is when you feel this kind of compassion for her, and when this compassion doesn't remain at the intellectual level or at the feeling level, but gets worked out, where is the reality of your feeling is, you put into action. You run to help. You will not sit and feel alone. No. You put yourself into action. This putting into action, when you start feeling, the already attention of God is drawn. And when you put into action, the presence of God is there with you. Whole nature, the entire nature governing this universe and all beings is by your side. So, your looking after family is a duty and responsibility, and you are keeping it for yourself. You may take care, you may weep for the welfare of your family, but it is for yourself. You are weeping for yourself. But when you weep for others, we are not at all connected, and put into action to remove their tears. Then know that God and nature are there with you, and they are just like a child, the two parents, father and mother, on either side, holding the child's hand and making it walk. The child is walking, it is thinking I am walking, but father's and mother's hands are also there holding him. When will the child know? When there is a slippery, when it slips down, when it dashes against something, and there is a pit in front of it, he is about to fall in it. Then you see that two hands are holding him. He rushes forth to help others, but it is not an easy task. It's a very tough task. There is a challenge. There is tests. So in that you see the two hands holding you, making you move and get through all these hurdles, all the tests and trials, all turmoils. You'll be able to easily cross over. Otherwise, we won't be able to really help anybody. So, this is what we see. Why Sri Ramakrishna wants to go to Vidyasagar is just his compassion for others and his action-oriented compassion. Action linked to action, compassion. Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrutavikraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.